Hi everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Dreaming. Hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. In this video tutorial, I'm excited to show you some of the different things that you can make using this clothesline rope from Walmart. Okay, and then you're just gonna need a little hot glue. We're gonna use a little bit of lace from Walmart and some beads. So I'm gonna just hop right in and get started because I'm so excited about this project. The first thing I want to show you that I made is this little, I don't know what to call it, a garland almost, that has these little ties on the end and beads on them. I think this would look super cute just sitting, you know, on a table vignette. Can you guys see where I've got it? Or you know, on a shelf with a picture and some other things. So this was super duper simple. And I'm gonna basically show you what I did because we're gonna make a keychain using this same exact idea. Okay, also I used these little clips from Dollar Tree and they were super helpful. You get 4 of them for $1. Okay, so this turned out cute. And then I did also want to show you a sneak peek to the next project involving rope, is how to make this wreath. I don't know which side is the front. I think it's this one. Anyways, I'm still figuring this out and figuring out what kind of little wood pieces I might want to put on it. But sometime in the next day or two, we'll have another tutorial on making a wreath with some hangy little downy things using that same clothesline rope and using an embroidery hoop. Okay, but let's start with this. So to make this look, you guys, this is basically 6 pieces of rope. And to make this exact size, you're gonna wanna cut 6 pieces of the clothesline rope. Where did I put mine? Right here. That are 3 feet long each. So 36 inches long times 6 individual pieces. It's just a little bit different for the, oh, and then after we'll do that, I'm going to show you how to do these little flowers again because I love these. Okay, so we're going to do a keychain. And we're going to use a little finding that looks like this. It came from Hobby Lobby in a package of 3 or 4. I don't have the packaging anymore, but it wasn't expensive at all. Alternatively, if you can't use this, maybe you have something that looks like this. I don't even remember where I got this. It says assorted findings. Let me see what's in here. If I can get it open. This just has a variety of different sizes of these, and then it also has some of these little hook thingy-mabobs. I should have gotten this out first, I'm sorry. Oh my word. Let's just dump the whole bag out over here. It has some of these things that you can also put on it to, like that. So you could use something like that, or you could use something like this, and it could be more of a wrist keychain. This is also from Hobby Lobby. Or it could be just one of these guys, you know, that you have hanging around, that people use these for school supplies. Or it could be something like this, but I don't think that's very pretty, so I probably wouldn't use that. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a whole bunch of ideas because you can make this keychain with literally a ton of different things. Okay, and the first thing I did was I figured out a strategy, I'm gonna call it that, to keep this clothesline rope from poking out of the end like it is right here and right here. Because it really wants to do that, you guys. I first tried singeing it, but in order to stop it from poking out, it had to have like a burnt looking end, and I didn't like the look of that. Hey everyone, I didn't say any of my normal stuff. Thank you for joining me. If you have questions, let me know. If you feel like sprinkling, that's awesome. If you feel like telling your friends about DIY dreaming, that's even better. And that's pretty much all I have to say today. So, like these things just tend to want to poke out at the end, and singeing them didn't really work for me because they looked burned. I have a lot of rope out here right now. So what I ended up doing was cutting them off and then quickly putting some of this Fabrifix that we used for some other fabric projects. It's from Hobby Lobby. Mine was in the sewing section, but you guys have told me that it's also in the crafting section over by like the Mod Podge and all the different kinds of glues. I will take a picture of this and put it at the very top of the comments. So all I did was just put a blob on the end. I let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes to start to harden up, and then I just rolled them with my fingers. And I did that on both sides for this keychain. That really seems to work. So that is what I suggest that you do rather than singeing them. Okay, so we're gonna start our keychain out. Where did it go? Here it is. This is going to be the equivalent of 6 pieces, but we're gonna start with the loop. So it's really 3 longer pieces. And I didn't measure these, let's see. Wait. 1, 2, it's about 2 feet, 6 inches, roughly. Okay, so, and I'm gonna take my little hooky mabobs from the Dollar Tree off. And all you're gonna do to get this project started is you're gonna take all 6 strands like this, and you're gonna poke them through the center of your keychain, like this. Do you see that? Let me get my fingers out of the way. And then you're gonna pull all the tails through here. And then we're gonna pull it tight and we're gonna fiddle with it for a minute so that it's really nice and tight and so that it looks decent. It doesn't have to be perfect, but okay, so this is basically what we have on our keychain. I hope you guys are understanding everything. This is not a hard project at all. If you know how to braid, like braid your own hair or braid your child's hair, not even a fancy French braid. If you just know how to braid, you can do this project, and you can also do this project. There's no macrame skills required. The other project that I'm going to show you in a day or two, that is called a Swedish knot. It's super easy too, but I'll show you all that when we get back together for that. Okay, so this is what we have. And what I found the easiest thing to do, that's why I have these little clamps out and my little cutting surface, I'll put this down, is to clamp my keychain onto the edge so that I can pull it tight and work with it that way. All right, so you're gonna just divide your long, what do we call these, tails, into 3 separate sets. Do you guys see that? So there's 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. And then we're gonna hold them together and just do a braid. And we're gonna try to be careful that as they lay down, this is gonna be the front, that they lay down flat, okay? So I don't know how you hold your hair when you're braiding or anything else when you're braiding, but this is what I do. I just start and I'm pulling so that let me hold this up close to you guys. That doesn't really show you. So that everything is flat. And we're just going to continue braiding, and every so often you're gonna pull the kinks out of your tails. You guys, this is so easy. It just seems harder. And I did all the math beforehand so that you wouldn't have to. Okay, and then you can decide how long you want it to be. It's totally up to you. But I think I'm going to end it about right here. And I'm just going to use a little piece of complementary, this is wool twine. It was actually for crocheting, and it's almost the exact same color. So I'm just going to tie, and there may be a better way to do this. I just don't know it. Like I'm always telling you guys, I am a jack of all trades and a master of none. So I can pretty much tackle any craft you can give to me, except for drawing or painting a actual person, or, you know, a landscape or an animal or something. Everything else I can pretty much take on, but I'm not a professional at any of them. So, and I think it's more fun that way because you're doing more crafts. So I don't know, there may be a better way to finish this off. I was initially going to teach you guys how to macrame, and I have one out here somewhere. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, here it is. But then I just thought, oh my gosh, this is just a square knot, 2 square knots, but I'm not sure that I can explain how to do this. We may try it in the future. It's a pretty cute little keychain. And I could have added some beads at the bottom, but instead I just did knots on this one. And this is actually 4mm crochet string or ribbon or rope or whatever they call that. So I decided to do this one because this is easier. So I've tied 1 double knot on the front, and I'm just going to take my string around it one more time. Let's get these guys off. And I'm going to pull it as tight as I can. Let's have my knot right on top of the other ones. And I'm going to tie another knot. And we could do something cute with these. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so then the next thing is, what do we want to do with the tails? I love this look, where there's not beads on all of them. They're different colors, and the ones that don't have beads on them have just have little knots. And on this wreath thing, I took that a little bit further, and I did all different lengths, which is what I think I want to do for the keychain. So we'll do 3 or 4 beads because there's 6 pieces. And then after we're done with this, I'm going to show you guys the this flower that was so much fun to make. Okay, and I have mine mounted on one of those button magnets. Wow, there's 400 people on. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this is a good tutorial. This rope, you guys, is from Walmart. It's in the rope section with like hardware and tools and that kind of thing. It's not in the crafting section. It was about $6. And with this one thing that's not even done, I did this. I'm doing this keychain, and I did this wreath. So you can see that you can get a ton of projects done with one of these little things for $5 or $6. The brand is Hyper Touch. Diamond brand Clothesline. It says laundry on here. It says 3/16, that must be the diameter, by 100 feet. So I definitely recommend that. Okay, so let's, I have just a variety of different beads from different projects that I've done. And I was kind of thinking that let's use a little color this time, because I've been so monochromatic lately. Let's do, and different sizes. So how about we do the gray and the neutral. I'll show you what these look like. These came, The painted ones I think came off of another craft project. I'm all about recycling and reusing. So when I'm done with something and I don't want it anymore, I'll take it apart for the pieces and hang on to the pieces. And then these little round beads, these came from Hobby Lobby in the wood section. I don't have the packaging for these anymore, but they were not expensive at all. You didn't get a ton of them, but they weren't expensive. Okay, and before we started, I did that trick with all the ends of my, here's our keychain so far. And it'll soften up as we handle it. It's kind of stiff right now. So since I did that trick with this glue, Fabrifix, in case you're joining me now, it'll be pretty easy to put the beads on. And if you get a bead that looks like this, can you guys see that? There's paint literally clogging part of it. Just stick your scissors in there and turn them around. And it'll break the paint off and it'll make it so much easier for you to get your clothesline rope into it. So let's do this one. And then let's do the big one sort of in the middle. And then we'll do one of the natural medium-sized ones, and then another grayish, bluish color. Okay, and I think these look better when they're all at different lengths. You want some of them to be kind of short, and you can fiddle around with this part as much as you want. Keep undoing the knots and retying them, whatever, to get the look that speaks to you. Okay, and I'm hurrying because I know you guys want to get onto the flowers. So I'm not going to bother to cut all this stuff off the ends. I'll do that off camera and I'll take pictures and share that with you. But I do want to show you. You could, if you wanted, put some wood beads on every one. I like the idea of not doing that and just instead doing knots. Okay, so this is what our little thing looks like. And it will, of course, look different when I cut all the long tails off of it. But wasn't that simple? Oh my gosh, it's so simple to do. It's just braiding. So I'll figure out what I'm doing with this. I'm gonna tuck it in somewhere and I'll cut the ends off and take pictures of this keychain to show you what the finished project looks like, and I'll also take pictures of this. You know those garlands that have tassels on either end? That is essentially what inspired me to create this. I had seen some braided rope on Pinterest. I can't even, it might have been hot glued around a basket or something, but it was braided first. And I thought, I wonder if I could make something that looks almost like it has little tassels on either end just to sit about. And so anyways, I'll get those both finished up and get pictures of them. Okay, so let's move on to the flower. And how you're gonna start these. Let me show you the one that's on my plate. I did this quite a while ago. There's dust on it. And it's a tarnished silver platter that I painted with some creamy chalk paint. And then I stenciled it, and this stencil, in case you're curious, is from magnoliadiy.com. Let me know if you want information about that, and it's gray chalk paste. But what I want to draw your attention to are these. And so these little coils right here are just on a piece of white, either felt or foam, I can't even remember. And then this loopy clothesline flower with a vintage button on it is on a piece of my favorite lace from Walmart. And then we have another one of these. And I just think that's really pretty. I love this piece. I always have it sitting here in my craft room. This is the Walmart lace that I love so much. That we've done 10 bazillion different projects with it. And I'll take a close-up picture of this and put it in the comments also. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just cut a piece. We'll trim it into a circle when we're all finished. And then I'm going to show you this thing with the glue and we'll start. So I'm basically just going to, let me open my glue. I'm just going to cut this off. Okay, and I'm holding this so it doesn't have a chance to poke out of the end of it. And I'm just going to squeeze a lump into the end of it. It does get all over your fingers, but it's no big deal. And I'm just twisting it to get the glue on there more of a point. Okay, so we're gonna start with this right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a circle. Let me put my camera way down and come close. And you know what? I wanna get my gluing mat because I don't want glue on my new, whatever you call Fiskars thing that I was working on. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys should see my craft room. It looks like a bomb exploded in here. It is such a mess. There's stuff all over the floor because I've been crafting like a maniac lately. Okay, and I'm just gonna start right here in this center on this piece right here. And I'm gonna use hot glue for this. I'm using my Sure Bonder Cool Shot glue gun from Hobby Lobby. I don't make anything off of any of these kind of things, the lace or the rope or anything. So I just want to give you this tip because I am always burning my fingers with hot glue and even with low temperature hot glue. And when I stumbled onto this, it has special little glue sticks. It's a little bit even lower than a regular low temperature glue gun, and it was about $10. So this is my new favorite glue gun. Okay, so I'm gonna put a blob right here in the center, and we're gonna just stick our little piece of clothesline rope onto it. And give it just a second to sort of set. Oops, and not get all over my fingers. Okay, and then we're gonna start coiling it around. And as you're doing that, you're gonna wanna sort of lift up your coil and put some glue down to stick it into. This is very similar to doing the drop cloth rosettes where we roll and twist. Okay, can you see what I've got going? And you can go in whatever direction feels most comfortable to you. I'm finding that this is all tangled. Okay, get back up here. This is a messy craft, in case you're wondering. It really is. Okay, so I'm gonna continue rolling it and I'm gonna put some more glue down right along the edge. We're just gonna do a little center, like on this one. Look how cute that is. Is that not the cutest thing ever? If I don't say so myself. Let me go around one more time. And then I'm gonna make sure that I haven't glued this to this piece of cardboard. Yes, I did a little bit, that's okay. Oh, just a little bit further around to right here. I'll show you what I've got. So these 3 crafts that I'm showing you, the long sit about, the braided thing, the keychain, and this flower, these are all super affordable. They're no artistic or real crafting abilities needed. They're quick. And all of those things just make it the perfect craft, in my opinion. Okay, and then we're just gonna start looping. Like, this is the center, and I'm just gonna start creating these loops. And I'll glue them down as we're going along. They can be as big, whoops, I keep reaching for that other glue. They can be as big or as little as you want. Okay, this is what I have right now. This very start. And we can put something stiff on the back of this if we want when we're all done. I'm trying to remember, what did I put on the back of this? It was either some foam or some felt or something. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I did these, but if you want to see this tutorial, I have it both over at my YouTube channel and it's here at DiyDreaming. If you just click on the videos tab, you can scroll through the 150 or 300 or whatever the number is of videos that I have on Facebook and find it and watch it there. Okay, so I'm going to do another loop. And there's really no set way to put your little loops on. You could do this very same idea with some crochet yarn, or with a different kind of rope, or with twine. It's not just a clothesline rope kind of craft. Okay, so this kind of needs a little more glue right there. This is what we have so far. It's going to be really pretty, I promise. And you do want to bring the end of each piece into the center. But this is not brain surgery. You can honestly do this however you want. Wow, there's like 460 people on here. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hey, and if you don't know about the crafting group that I have, can you guys see okay, called Dreamy DIY. That is a Facebook group that I have that I've been working on for a little while, and it's a place for you guys to share your craft projects with other crafters, and also to look at other crafters' craft projects and just get a ton of ideas. And the thing that I like the most, for me personally, is when I get on there and I see somebody has done an idea that's similar to something that I did here at DiyDreaming, but they're always so much better. I just love that. So if you haven't already joined that Facebook group, all you need to do is just go to search up here and go to Dreamy, and then there's a space, DIY, and ask to join, and we'll say yes. My good friend Diane and I are running that group. She's the moderator. And anyways, the first thing you should do if you decide to join that group, I'm serious, is click on the photos button there. You don't have to read through all the posts. Just click on the photos button and you will be amazed by all the photos that are there. I mean, there's like thousands of photos there already. And there's like 8,000 or 9,000 people that are part of that group too. It's crazy how fast it's growing. So you can feel free to share your craft projects. You don't have to though, if you don't want to. And also get tons of ideas from other crafters. And they don't have to be all DIY dreaming projects. They can be whatever you want. The only thing really is that we just ask that you don't use that group to try to promote your own, whatever you have going on, your hair salon or your pampered chef business or whatever you might have, your real estate, you know, whatever. Or if you're with another crafting company, if you would just not post that. And also don't share videos from other crafters because they have their own place to do that. And I don't have any way to control, you know, what is said or done when you share other people's stuff. And I don't know if it's okay with them. So I would rather that you don't do that. Okay, we're getting there. I didn't get the button magnets out. I forgot. Okay, and we're gonna cut this off and sort of push it in. Look at that, darn thing wants to come out even right now. Can you see that? This makes me so mad. Let's do this still again. And then it's hard to cut off this stuff that pokes out. So I will probably do that, the wreath, the clothesline wreath project tomorrow or the next day. So if you haven't already liked and followed this page and turned on your notifications, you should do that so you don't miss out. Isn't that cute? Now, one thing I'm thinking about, and I don't know, hang on 2 seconds. I'm gonna get my my punch and a piece of that tin from the Dollar Tree that I love so much. Where did I put my punch? Here it is. And then we're gonna glue a button on it. So I love this punch. I use it all the time. It came from Hobby Lobby. It's a 3-inch like scalloped edge round. I understand that it is Hobby Lobby's store brand. I got it when it was, I used a 40% off coupon when I got it. You can punch all kinds of paper. This tin, this is a Dollar Tree cookie sheet, in case you've never seen that. And we're gonna glue this on here on the back, and then I'm gonna cut the, that's pretty. Then I'm gonna cut the, around the lace. This will give us some stability. Oops. I don't know if I have it in the center or not. Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, not really, but that's okay. So it's just right on here. And it can help us to bend the flower a little bit if we want. See what I mean? Okay, so let's cut the lace into a circle, and then we'll pick out a button, and then we'll be all finished. And I would love to, if you try this project, any of these clothesline rope projects, I would love to see pictures. If you have ideas, I would love to hear those. If you haven't already joined Dreamy DIY, I would love to have you join us there. And that's pretty much it. Oh, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, I am in process of getting everything uploaded there for you guys, because it's a little bit easier to find things than to have to look through a bazillion posts on Facebook. Okay, this is not a perfect round, but you know what? Flowers in nature aren't perfectly round either. Of course, they're not usually made out of clothesline rope. But, okay, so let's pick out a button for the center, and then we'll be finished. And obviously, I'm a button lover. You can tell that, I'm sure. I think this one that has a little silver spot on it would be pretty. So we'll just use a little blob of glue right here in the very center. And I'll probably put a magnet on the back of it, like I have with the other ones that I have. And there we go. Isn't that cute? It needs a little trimming, but I think that turned out pretty darn cute. So if you just joined us and you missed the beginning, I showed how to do this braided little sit about. I really just explained it. It's super simple, and it has some beads on the end of it. And then we did this keychain, which I'm going to trim this off probably and trim the ends of it, and get it, you know, fluffed. It'll be super cute. So those were the projects for today. All of them used this clothesline rope from Walmart. It's in the hardware tools rope section, and it's about $6, and it's 100 feet. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, if you guys have ideas for things that you would love to see us do here at DIY Dreaming, I'd love to know what that is. If it's like painting a sunset or sketching a horse or something, no, absolutely not. But pretty much anything else, I can give it a go. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys either later tonight. Oh, and there may be an announcement coming from a maker studio about some new stencils, just to give you a little heads up. It may be today or possibly tomorrow. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.